What's up, babes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel. So if this is your first time tuning into my channel, go ahead and make sure you smash that subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face using my Holy Grail favorite high-end makeup products. So if you guys would like to see how I got this glam look, then just keep on watching. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Since I have not used this palette in a while, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So the first shade I'm going into is Rebel, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to be using this like in my crease area. I'm not even sure what type of look I'm going for just yet. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I never know like what type of eyeshadow look I'm going for when I film these videos. So the next shade I'm going to take is Lauder, which is this burgundy shade right here. And it's so funny to me, like my eyes already look super dark and I only use like this shade. It's been a minute since I've used this palette, but to me, these shades are turning out a little bit darker than what they're looking in a pan, which is really weird. And I'm just putting that shadow literally just in my crease area because I don't want this look to be too dark. It literally looks like I have on black eyeshadow, but we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it. We just gonna roll with it, honey. So next I'm taking my M421 brush. Every time I use this brush, y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know how much I love this brush and how much I love to use it on the lid. So I'm also taking some of my MAC Prep and Prime, and I'm just gonna spritz my brush just so the eyeshadow can be a little bit more pigmented. And the color I'm using is Rocker. And it's like this silverish, grayish, metallic kind of color. Y'all will see. When I put it on my lid, y'all gonna see. And then I'm going back into the Tarte palette and I'm taking the shade Lauder. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this just to kind of help blend out those harsh lines and harsh edges. So you can't really tell where the shimmer shade and where the darker matte shade meets. And I was going to do a wing liner in the most, y'all already know, and all of that jazz. But we're not going to do that today because I feel like this video is pretty much about my Holy Grail products. Like I said, eyeshadow is just a day-to-day basis for me. It's not something that I wear every day. So what I want for each day as far as the look of my eyes, it just varies pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my lashes and then I'll be back. So now we are moving on to the face, and this is the exciting part. So my favorite primer is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And this one is the Pore Minimizing Primer. It's the purple one, just in case you guys cannot see. So I love this primer so much, you guys, because not only does it do a good job at filling in my pores, because lately my pores have really just been showing a lot lately. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on, but they have really been showing a lot lately in this area. So I do have a more combination oilier skin type, so it really does do a good job at controlling my oils as well as filling in my pores. So for foundation, and if you have been watching my channel for a minute, Estee Lauder still takes the #1 cake for my favorite foundation, you guys. This foundation is everything like I've dreamed of. Like, it does not seep into my smile lines. You guys know that is #1 for me. Like, if a foundation seeps into my smile lines, like, garbage, period. I like the coverage on it. I like how lightweight it feels. It does not feel cakey or like I'm wearing foundation, but it does give a really good coverage. It is a more medium coverage foundation, but you can build it up to full coverage. I'm just not a huge fan of full coverage foundations. This foundation like at least has 50 shades. This is a foundation that I know is going to hold me down. Like, if I know I have to go somewhere and I need my makeup to last and I have to be there for an extended period of time, this is what I'm going for. I still love this foundation, even though they upped the price on this bad boy. Like, it's still one of my favorites. And the only con I would say that I have about this foundation is that it does not come with a pump. But honestly, it does not really bother me because I pretty much wash my hands before and after I do my makeup anyway, and if you're not doing that, you should be doing that. But hey, it's a judgment-free zone here. We ain't judging. So for concealer, I am using the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer super coverage. It's a mouthful pretty much. So I have really been loving this concealer. I know this concealer literally just came out like earlier in 2018. I was about to say this year, but I know it's fairly new. But if you have not hopped on the bandwagon and tried this concealer, like, I don't even know what you're doing. So I actually was about to recommend another concealer for you guys, but that's going to basically be covered in another video, because I'm also going to do like a Holy Grail products for my drugstore, like a drugstore version of this one basically. So hold your horses if you're interested in seeing that one, because it's coming soon. Yeah, I love this concealer. It blends out really good. The coverage, look at my under eye, y'all. Like, look how, I know it's not even blended out, but look how flawless it looks. Like, I feel like if you have super dry skin, how flawless this concealer is, you don't even need a powder. Like, and I would never say that or do that. I used to love Tarte Shape Tape or whatever, but I really love this one. One, because there's something for everyone, and it is a very diverse brand. I always have to say shout out to Jackie Aina. So yeah, like, I really do like the shade range on this. Like, I feel like it's pretty much something for everybody. So basically, compared to the Tarte Shape Tape, do you want hydration or do you want to be dry as a desert? Pick a side. So to say underneath my eyes, I have been loving the Laura Mercier. Y'all, this powder, like, in my the last time I used this powder, I really couldn't even explain to you guys why and how much I like this powder. And I really love it. Like, I fell in love with this powder the first time I applied it. Like, I was in love. Like, I was in love. And I say that because this powder is really, really finely milled. And not only that, it's super smooth underneath the eyes. And I like how it doesn't leave flashback. And it doesn't leave like a cast or anything, because sometimes some setting powders, especially when they have too much color to them, they can be really hard to sweep away and get off the face. I just love how it does not alter like my foundation shade, nor does it alter like my concealer shade. Like, it pretty much leaves everything how it's supposed to look. And honestly, I don't really let it set for too long at all. And even if I did, it still does not like stick to my concealer or the product that I'm using. And for my nose contour, you guys know that I love this Black Radiance powder. I honestly just haven't found any powder that I like for my nose that's not too dark and that doesn't look like unnatural or like too harsh or anything. For my bronzer or my contour, I'm using this MAC, and this is actually a MAC blush. It's in the shade Swiss Chocolate. I really do like this to contour slash bronze up the skin. I don't really contour a whole lot. I call what I do pretty much bronzing up the skin, because I don't really, like, I don't need it to be like super deep, super sharp. Like, I'm good on all of that, okay? So, yeah. So basically, this is a blush. It's a Swiss Chocolate by MAC. Moving on to blush, I am using another MAC. Now, this is actually a blush color. So this is Raisin. This is MAC Raisin. It's actually one of their really popular blushes. So I really do love this, and I'm only going to use just a little bit because it is a very rich and pigmented blush. So I also really like this blush because I feel like no matter what lip I'm wearing, it goes great with it. And you can also tone it down, any blush really, by just not applying as much blush. But this blush is beautiful. This is actually one of my first and favorite high-end blushes. For highlighter, I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit. I really do like this highlighter, and if you guys have been watching my recent videos, I've also fell in love with the Laura Geller, but this one is just like a holy grail. This one is just like an OG highlighter for me, and I've been using it for some time now. It does come with like 4 quads of different highlights in it, so I'm going to be using Bronzed, which is one of my favorites, and I'm also going to use this one because I think it goes with my eyes a little bit. And then for my lips, I'm using MAC Lip Liner in Chestnut. I feel like everybody should have MAC Chestnut, whether you're brown skin, chocolate, vanilla, like whatever shade you are. I feel like everybody needs Chestnut. It's just a really great basic brown lip liner. And then it looks really pretty like this. Honestly, it really looks pretty, but y'all know I'm a gloss girl. I just can't help it, even though like I'm really loving this, like I'm really digging this is really pretty. But I'm gonna go ahead and add some gloss on that thing. So I'm using MAC Oyster Girl, and this is their lip glass, and I'm only gonna put a little bit of this right on top of this lip. I absolutely love MAC lip glasses because they're not sticky. I also love the Dazzle glass. Those are a little bit more thicker. I like to wear those when I'm going out. But for an everyday gloss, I really love their lip glasses. They aren't sticky, they're super shiny, and they last a pretty good bit. They really do. And I'm loving this Naturally Transformed. Like if you are looking for like a true nude, like nothing that's like has pink in it, nothing that has any other weird undertone in it, that's strictly nude, this is what it looks like. Go get Naturally Transformed from MAC and get you that MAC Chestnut lip liner, and honey, you'll be popping. You'll be in there with your nude. So I'm just taking this small shader brush, and I'm going to go in with Lauder, which was the darkest shadow that we used today. And I'm just going to smoke out my bottom lash line just a bit. So I literally just threw on a little bit of bottom mascara and applied a little bit to my top lashes. And this is pretty much it for this makeup look. And for my Holy Grail products. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to see the drugstore version of this video, give it a big thumbs up. And like I said, you guys, feel free to try these products. These are some really good products. I wouldn't recommend anything to you guys but the best, of course. And even with the foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, they do have like a free 10-day supply that you can go into Belk, into Nordstrom, anywhere that they sell Estee Lauder Dillards, and you can get a 10-day supply for free just to try, and you can see if you like it for yourself. I love it, you guys. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can become a part of the gang. And I will see you guys in my next video.